Hey, this is Scott with the Scotch Test Dummies. Brand new, just picked up today, Michter's 10-year-old rye. I've never had this before. I do have the 10-year-old bourbon. Bart and I looked at that. It's been a while. This is actually a 2016 bottling, I believe by the number 16H947. But today, for the first time, I saw a Michter's 10 rye. Picked it up, gonna crack the seal, pour it, give some initial thoughts, pause the camera for 10-15 minutes, come back and finish it up. So this is fairly rare. Some people do find it. I think you have to kind of know a liquor store owner, win the lottery that states do or stores do, and that thing is really waxed on there. Finally, the good stuff. You saw that. Maybe you did. Maybe I cut it out. Michter's 10-year-old rye, 96 proof. Looking forward to this one. Give you some notes here. First impressions. Don't believe I've ever had this before. Maybe I've had a sample. Maybe I did a quick hitter on it a long time ago. Let's see. Oh, wow. A little bit different nose. Little unlike any other rye I've had. A little, is it pine? Pine, rye, sweet molasses. It's woody, oaky, forestry. Kind of a tangy Sour Patch Candy type. It's really making the glands salivate back here. So I'm actually let me give it a little sip up front, and then I will pause, let this sit for a little bit, and I'll be back. Initial thoughts: it's very nice, very good. Little astringent, really soaked into the palate, into the gums. Finish was a little quick, dissipated pretty quick, probably because that was the first sip that I took. I'm going to take another one real quick, and then I'll pause. Very nice for 46%. Doesn't feel that high. Nice palate. Sweet caramels. Sweet sugars, sweet cinnamons. A little bit of a pine, a little bit of a mint. Very nice initially. Neck pour, just cracked it, just poured it. I'm going to let this sit, and I might pour a little bit more in there, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, I'm back. It's been 15 minutes. Now, I will tell you, in that time I did pour. This was just coming off. There was so much mouthfeel on the palate with this one. I poured just a little bit. I've got Michter's barrel strength rye. I poured a little bit of that to see what the flavor profiles were between the two. Obviously, very close. Obviously, you could tell they were related. Even at the barrel strength for the Michter's rye, this one is much better. The barrel strength had the higher ABV, but the palate was a little bit weaker overall. Just not as much flavor. The 10 years on this is really nice. It's coming through, and I really like it. Got a little bit of sweet corn there. Sweet corn, all those sweets I was bringing up before, the sweet caramels, sweet cinnamons, sweet vanillas. The 10 years has really mellowed the rye out in this. Let's see on the nose on this, about the same. Little dusty. Nice sweet notes. Cinnamons. You know, I don't get the punch of the rye, and I think that's because it's 10 years old. It's tamed down some of those rye notes. This is delicious, neat. I'm going to add a drop of water now, which I haven't done yet. Man, the sweet corn, sweet orange. There's some orange. A little bit of orange zest. I don't really get, maybe there's a little bit of spice, a little bit of black pepper spice, white pepper. Not really any of the rye bread. No dill. That's all gone. If it was there, it's been aged out. Drop of water actually clung to my palate a little bit more. I felt it more in the upper gums, refusing to let go. Finish on this is kind of mid-level. Not the longest, but not the shortest either. That first sip I took was just, got it on my palate, got it in there, got everything saturated. The first sip did dissipate pretty quick. After that, it is hanging around, it's clinging around. Not the most depth that I've seen, but good. One of the best ryes I've had. I think that, again, the 10 years on this has paid off. Boy, if this was a standard release with them, it'd be one that should be on every bar. Initially 92. Now the score. This is, I got this for $150. Little high, but not too bad. Retail is right around 100, probably 110, somewhere in there. You'll probably see some people picking it up for that. I didn't think 150 was that bad. Snatched it up. Glad I did. I think it's worth that. I think it depends on how deep your pockets are, what you're willing to spend due to the secondary prices on some of these bottles nowadays. But I think if you can pick this up for that price range, you won't be disappointed. And it's definitely lives up to the hype. So, Michter's 10-year-old Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. I give it a 92. And we'll see you next time. Let's launch it, dummies.